Welcome back to Book Stories and More. I am Simna Bijul. Today I am going to introduce you to a book called Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. This is a must-read book for junior students, that is from grade 2 to 5, and all the book-loving people who are young at heart, because the book is full of adventure and surprises for you. Let's get started.
Now let's see the genre of the book. As the title suggests, the book is about Charlie, little Charlie, who is going to visit a chocolate factory. The story is written by Roald Dahl. His famous books include Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, James and the Giant Peach, Matilda, Witches, Iseotrod, and the like. Now coming back to the title page, the illustrations in this book are by Quentin Blake. He has illustrated most of Roald Dahl's books. You can see some of his works here. Mr. Bucket and Mrs. Bucket, Little Charlie and his grandparents, Grandpa Joe, Grandma Josephine, Grandpa George and Grandma Georgina. Now let's see the blurb of the book. Willy Wonka's famous chocolate factory is opening at last. Who was Mr. Willy Wonka? Let's find out. Wonka is the owner of the enormous chocolate factory in Charlie's town. Every day, little Charlie Bucket, trudging through the snow on his way to school, would have to pass Mr. Willy Wonka's giant chocolate factory. And every day he came near to it, he would lift his small pointed nose high in the air and sniff the wonderful sweet smell of the melting chocolate. Like other children, Charlie was also fond of hearing stories from Grandpa. He went to Grandpa Joe and asked about Willy Wonka's factory. Grandpa Joe told him, Mr. Willy Wonka is the most amazing, most fantastic, most extraordinary chocolate maker the world has ever seen. He has done lot of experiments on candy and kept weird names for his candies. I would read out to you few of the candy names he discovered. The exploding candy for your enemies, luminous lollies for eating in bed at night, mint jujubes for the boy next door. They'll give him green teeth for a month. Cavity-filling caramels, no more dendes. Stick jaw for talkative parents. Wiggle sweets that wriggle delightfully in your tummy after swallowing. Invisible chocolate bars for eating in the class. That's pretty cool, isn't it? And he had even found wonderful super vitamin candy which contains all the vitamins except S and H. But it contains a very rare and most magical vitamin, Vitamin Wonka. All other chocolate makers grew jealous of Mr. Wonka's wonderful candies and they sent spies to Mr. Wonka's factory to steal his secret recipes. Soon after that, Fickelgruber's factory started making an ice cream that would never melt even in the hottest sun. Then Mr. Proudnose's factory came out with a chewing gum that never lost its flavor, however much you chewed it. And then Mr. Slugworth's factory began making candy balloons that would blow up to huge sizes. But when Mr. Wonka discovered that his magical recipes were being stolen, he became very angry and closed his factory. Not a soul went in or out. One fine morning, the factory started working, and everybody grew curious to know who Mr. Wonka is using to do all the work in his factory, because no worker never goes in and out of the gate, and people could see mysterious small dark shadows moving about behind the frosted glass windows. Now nobody else is able to copy Mr. Wonka's new and wonderful candy recipes. The only things that came out of the place are chocolates and candies, and that too through a special trapdoor in the wall, all packed and addressed, and it's gone running ever since for the last 10 years," said Grandpa Joe to Charlie. Now, Charlie grew very curious about Mr. Wonka's factory. He too wanted to see what was inside the enormous chocolate factory of Mr. Willy Wonka. One day, Mr. Bucket, Charlie's father, came into the room. He had an exciting news for Charlie. Wonka factory to be open at last to lucky few. And the evening bulletin read, "I, Willy Wonka, have decided to allow 5 children, just 5, mind you, and no more to visit my factory this year. These lucky 5 will be shown around personally by me, and they will be allowed to see all the secrets and the magic of my factory. Then, at the end of the tour, as a special present, all of them will be given enough chocolates and candies to last them for the rest of their lives. So, watch out for the golden tickets. 5 golden tickets have been printed on golden paper. And these 5 golden tickets have been hidden underneath an ordinary wrapping paper of 5 ordinary candy bars. Good luck to you all and happy hunting," signed Willy Wonka. As the news was out, all the children in the town and the whole world started buying loads of chocolates. Like other children, Charlie too was fond of chocolates and hoped to win one of the 5 golden tickets. But Charlie's family was very poor. Only once a year on his birthday did Charlie Bucket ever get to taste a bit of chocolate. Now where will Charlie find money to buy his luck while his family is starving? Will he be able to visit the enormous chocolate factory of Willy Wonka, which he was longing to see all his life? I don't want to spoil all the fun. So guys, what are you waiting for? Grab the book from your nearest store or download it in your Kindle and read the exciting story of Little Charlie Bucket. I'll also leave the link in the description box below in case you wish to purchase the book online. Happy reading! Bye!